Once upon a time, there was a dear little girl who was loved by everyone who looked at her, but most of all by her grandmother. There was nothing she wouldn't give to the child. One day, she gave her a little cap of red velvet, which suited her so well that she never wore anything else. So everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother said, "Come, Little Red Riding Hood. Here is a piece of cake and a bottle of wine. Take them to your grandmother, she is ill and weak, and these will do her good. Go before it gets hot. Walk nicely and quietly, and do not stray from the path. If you fall, the bottle might break and your grandmother will get nothing. And don't forget to say good morning when you arrive. And don't go snooping around." "I will take great care," said Little Red Riding Hood. And she gave her mother her word. Her grandmother lived in the woods, half a league from the village. As Little Red Riding Hood entered the forest, she met a wolf. She had never met such a creature before, and wasn't afraid of him at all. "Good day, Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf. "Thank you kindly, wolf. Where are you going so early?" "To my grandmother's," she replied. "What do you have in your apron?" "Cake and wine. It was baking day yesterday, and my poor, sick grandmother is to have something good to help her feel better." "Where does your grandmother live?" asked the wolf. "A good quarter of a league farther into the woods, under the 3 big oak trees. Her house is just below the nut trees. Surely you must know it." The wolf thought to himself, "What a tender young creature! Far better than the old woman. I'll trick them both." He walked alongside her for a while, then said, "Look how pretty the flowers are here. And listen to the birds, how sweetly they sing. Why don't you enjoy the woods, Little Red Riding Hood?" Little Red Riding Hood raised her eyes. Sunbeams danced between the trees, and flowers bloomed all around. She thought, "I'll pick a bouquet for grandmother. She'll be so happy." So she ran off the path to gather flowers. Each time she picked one, she saw a prettier one just ahead, and wandered deeper into the forest. Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight to the grandmother's house and knocked on the door. "Who is there?" "Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf. "I've brought cake and wine. Please open the door." "Lift the latch," called the grandmother. "I'm too weak to get up." The wolf lifted the latch, walked straight in, and devoured the grandmother in a single gulp. After picking many flowers, Little Red Riding Hood finally remembered her grandmother, and went on her way. When she reached the cottage, the door was open. She felt uneasy. "Oh dear," she said. "Why do I feel so strange? I usually love being at grandmother's house." "Good morning," she called out. but no reply came. She walked to the bed and drew back the curtains. There lay her grandmother, cap pulled low, looking very odd. "Oh, grandmother, what big ears you have! The better to hear you with, my child." "But grandmother, what big eyes you have! The better to see you with, my dear." "And grandmother, what large hands you have! The better to hug you with." "Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big mouth you have! The better to eat you with." And the wolf leapt from the bed and swallowed her whole. The wolf lay back down and snored loudly. A huntsman passing by heard it and thought, "That's a strange sound. I'll take a look." He entered and saw the wolf in the bed. He took scissors and carefully cut open the sleeping wolf's belly. Out came Little Red Riding Hood, safe but frightened. Then out came the grandmother, barely able to breathe. They filled the wolf's belly with stones. When he awoke, the weight was too much. He collapsed and died. Everyone rejoiced. And from that day on, Little Red Riding Hood never strayed from the path again.